So anyway, when you start in a new album, you're thinking about the spirit of the new album, what you want to say, what you want to be the content of the new album, and that spirit or that content has several aspects, like the music, the lyrics, the sound, and so on, and the artwork, the cover, and so on.
Of
So
course.
several aspects. And in case of music, that's my job, the music itself. We were thinking, actually, Charlie and me, because Charlie is, as we said, it's the band leader, and he's the one we have to deal with. We were thinking about what can we make new, or what we can add to the Project Assassin that haven't been said in the last albums, and that's in our case. Making me more a part of the composition part. So the last album, I wrote more songs than the album before, and I made more a part of the composition part. And in this case, we were thinking about what's going on with the how can I say, with the profile, or with the spirit of the songs. How can we do that? And we were thinking about, let's make it, let's stay aggressive, but let's add something more in the musical way. So like, and that lead to like an intro of like an acoustic intro to the Killing Light in Bestia Immundis. So add something more of it, We haven't had that before on the album Combat Cathedral, and we tried to add that. That was my idea, actually, to add that on the new album, and the band agreed with that, mainly Charlie. I said, this is my idea of adding something we haven't had before, and he said, that's fine, it's okay, it's cool. Actually, I have said, he said in the first of all, he said no. He didn't say it's cool. He said maybe you can add that into some other part of some other song, because this part is very nice, and I like to have it in some other part. And I said no. And I said yes, okay. That's it. So it's like it is on the album now.
I have to say, I find it very interesting, because the songwriting mainly is rooted from Scholli and Joachim on the last record, and they are very different in their way to write a song, and also for the outcoming. But I guess no other people from outside the band can say this is a song Joachim did write, or this is a song Scholli did write, because at least we all come together to find a common stream in which we all are embedded and one part of it, so that there's no difference and there's no clear distinction between this idea or that idea. And that was also our goal that we tried to focus on, to find one red line, one path to follow, everything, no matter from whom it may be origined, follows that line and follows the path to be assassin in the end. And probably that's also the cause for all the struggle we had. But if there is a proper outcome, at least, I guess we did everything right.
Yeah, there are several reasons because we had a struggle. Because you have to discuss so many things when you're making an album, like logistics things, making appointments, the composing, the producing, the pre-producing, the talking with the producer, the talking with a mastering studio, and so on and so on. There's so many things it freaks you out. Really.
Yeah, it freaks you out. Sometimes it's just your band members appear to be the last pain in the ass you can get. Because, for example, I'm used, when I start to develop my vocal lines and my harmonies or my vocals at least to serve the song. I'm always doing it using phrase words, and within that I start at least originating, writing the lyrics of the song. And for some of the songs on the album, I did quite, I guess, 5 or 6 complete different versions, because someone in the band wasn't that satisfied, or surely said, oh, this part I like, that part I don't like. And that's hard to swallow at first. But in the end, it's important that everybody is satisfied with the ideas, and that everybody says, oh, now we got it, now we nailed it, now it's on point. And finally we managed to do so.
And I have to add one thing. So with all the discussion before, when you go into the studio and you're recording the songs, you have nothing to discuss about anymore. You just record it. You're just going on with the work, and you play. And that's
songwriting should be before.
Yeah, and that's a very good thing. When we're in the studio, we're as close as ever. We're just like one
unity.
One unity. Yeah, and that's it. And that so. You have. I think you have to fight before. That's my experience. You have to fight before when you want to get something out of it.
I wouldn't mind if we would fight a little less on the next album, for sure. But, it will be like it is. It's a creative process, and within that, nearly everything is allowed, as long as you reach your goal.
Yeah,
and as long as we're not killing each other.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, that's what it is, Yeah.
Also, there's questions coming up.
Yes, there is a question from from
Fanny. We got a point. Yeah, Vanval Nuevo wants to know our experience about the legendary full-length album, The Upcoming Terror. Dear Val Nuevo, unfortunately, we have to admit our lasting founding member is not here. So it's a bit hard for me or Joachim to tell you something about that record, for example, especially because to that time we haven't been band members.
Yeah, but I don't know what he wants to know exactly about the Upcoming Terror album, because I'm a member of the band for quite a long time. I of course know several stories about the Upcoming Terror period, so to say. So that was back in the days from the Upcoming Terror album. Assassin were coming out of nothing, from nowhere, and for example, the drummer Psycho Danger, he played the Upcoming Terror album, but he never signed the contract because he didn't want to join the musical business, and he just played the record. And then he left the band, and because he didn't want to make part of the musical business, and that was when I was joining the band, I was thinking, oh, what a shame, what a good drummer, and he didn't make something out of it, and left the band afterwards, and he was replaced by Funk. Yeah, and that was a pretty shame, It was a hard struggle. They went to the studio, recording it, and they had lots of fights. Fighting about a production is a tradition. It's Assassin. Yeah. And it was with the first album, it was with the last,
But to get the right props and the right credits, especially for that record, it's for sure a fact that we are still on nowadays, and in 2020 in Surf, and also in credits to the upcoming Terror and Interstellar Experience, because these two records were very important for a lot of metal fans during middle of the 80s and end of the 80s. And as far as I was told from Scholli and the other guys, they also teamed up to that time with all the other well-known thrash metal bands in Germany, like Sodom, Creator, Darkness, and stuff. They were teenagers to that time, all of them, and of course they knew each other as well, and they meet to make parties, go to festivals, make concerts together. It was a big community to that time when they started, and that probably makes the upcoming Terror a very important album still for a lot of fans, and we really appreciate that fact. We still play 3 or 4, I don't know, 1/4 of a set is rooted with songs from the upcoming Terror album, because people are still asking to hear the songs, and even if I'm not or haven't been a factor of producing that stuff, I feel the responsibility to present the old school fans and the fans who are still demanding and asking for that sound and that songs, the best versions they can get when we're on stage, and that's what we're attempting and trying to do.
So we are discussing now albums. So we had the Bestia Immundis, we had upcoming Terror, and now I'm wondering, which you lightly touched, the Interstellar Experience. Like, it was before your time, but why do you think? What's the reason behind it that the album was the second best thrash metal band of all time from Germany?
It was the second best, huh?
Yeah.
You're asking why it is the second best of all the thrash metal albums from Germany?
Yes. Why do you think that?
You have to ask.
So I have to ask, what's the best?
Yeah.
For sure. And so, no, I don't. That's hard to answer. For me, it's hard because to that time I was a small guy and a fan as well. I'm a little bit younger than the other guys, so I grew up with that stuff. Especially the Interstellar Experience was one of the records I used to listen to from day and night in a special period of time in my teenager years, and I can tell why it was that way, because probably it was the fact that to that time you were also not that overloaded like you are nowadays, because nowadays in 1 month they're released about, let's say, 60 or 80 metal albums, and from that 60 or 80 metal albums, normally you will find that there are at least 20 to 30 you would like, or which are decent material and stuff. And in the early days, it was there were 1, 2, 3 records coming out in a month. So you were used to listen to a record more intensively, and you were used to listen to a record even longer. Your attention period was more focused to that time, because there was not anymore else. You were not that overloaded like just today, probably because of that. I don't know.
I think back in these days, the thrash, the Teutonic thrash metal scene, as it says so, was not that developed as it is nowadays, and there was still times. There was still a time to progress some things, and it was a quite progressive album because it could add something new to the German thrash metal scene, and that's why the Interstellar Experience album is so unique, I would say.
Yeah, I think you are right on that, Joachim, because nowadays, well, I just listen to this and I've like question mark why it's like second best. And I think if back at the time you haven't heard all bands like Creator, Metallica, and so on, it was something new in that time. I think
Yeah.
for the best.
So what's your point of view about the experience, the Interstellar Experience album? What do you think about it? Yeah.
I think it's quite good. Like it's some aggressive and so on, but it isn't something new. I haven't heard. I've heard it before, like in the thrash metal scene. It reminds me of like something fast, like Creator and so on. Like so, for me, it's something what we see usual. So I think for the best answer about this question, why it was so great, I think we should teleport or something to that time, like where there was nothing else.
That's exactly my point of view. Really. Yeah.
Gee, hit up the DeLorean.
Yeah. We have to use a time machine to understand.
Yes, DeLorean. So, guys, how you spent these days? You know, your time without concerts, without gigs and stuff.
You are already experienced just right now. We're sitting doing silly interviews and
drinking.
No, honestly, everyday life is normal. I'm in the lucky situation that I'm not depending on my musical or on the musical career. I earn my income and my life income. I'm an occupational therapist, and I'm working in an institution for mentally disabled people, and that's my main job.
Interesting.
I'm doing from 9 to 5, 5 days a week, and therefore I was lucky, because I could still keep on working. That's one of the last resorts and one of the last jobs, which are also had to keep up even through the start and first wave of the COVID period now. And still up till now. So I didn't have the problem, just like my bandmates, to worry about my income and to worry about how to pay my rent or to my fridge or something, Also, I'm just, as I mentioned before, I'm a father of a 5-year-old boy, and so I would have worried to feed him through that time just right now, and so I'm safe about that.
Yes, you have more time to spend with your
issues about it.
You have more time to spend with your kid and the family.
But for me, it's not that much different, because I have still my all day working life. I get out of the house at 6 in the morning. I return at 6 in the evening. Tuck in my little boy in bed and have a small Guinness for time, and then you already have to get into bed because clock's ticking, and at 5 there goes the alarm clock. So what can you do?
Now we are drinking at home.
Not to get it in the wrong direction. I'm very happy that I'm safe about that. But for me, it's not that much different. What is different, and probably this is what your question was aiming onto, is we were used to play live. We were used to meet up. Even meeting up is something difficult just right now. It's really strange and weird times about that. I haven't seen Scholli for at least, I think, for 4 or 5 months. I haven't seen him because there was no opportunity, no possibility. Either he has to work or me, or the spare free time. There was a close down or lockdown again, and so you couldn't leave the house, or haven't been allowed to meet more than one people from one household, and it's hard time about that. Especially on live. I mean, I did 2 live shows this year with my other band Bonded. We were opting to do several live shows with Assassin. Everything was just canceled, and postponed. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, every other band is caught by that fact as well. So there's there's no sense of lamenting. But to be honest, it's complete shit. Yeah.
Yes, yes, it is. Joachim, how you spend? I know you're teaching. Anything else?
All in all, teaching is one part of my job. I'm all in all, I'm a freelancing musician. So I'm with all the music stuff I try to make a business out of it. And I'm doing this job for the last 30 years. And for the last 30 years, it went pretty well. So I always could make something out of it. I'm not allowed to work anymore. And that's pretty difficult. Assassins is not my only band. I have several bands that I play with, like Ingo with Bonded, and I'm giving lessons as well. I'm working as a musical teacher for several companies, like the Music Academy, or there's some that's called the Folkwang. That's a music school from Essen, the place I live. And that's all pretty fucked up because of the circumstances. And I try to make the best out of it, to stay alive and to keep alive, so that when all this fucking pandemic is over, that we can start again to play again and to do our business again. That's what it is, We try to survive.
Yeah, really hard situation. Yeah. I don't know, but here is really hard because pubs never open after February.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Nick.
Yeah.
And nobody knows how long it will last. Everybody be safe.
Let's go to happy times. And
okay.
Thank you.
You were asking first, and we have to answer.
Yeah, exactly. The answer is here because we wanted to go to happy times. So, like you mentioned, that you have played and so on gigs. So there is a viewer wondering, Brian Rowney, who is from Sligo. He's wondering, did Assassin ever play in Ireland before? And would Assassin like to play in Ireland?
I would really appreciate it. I love your country. I would like to come to Ireland in any case. And of course, the best would be with one of my bands and play your country for sure. Yeah. I would like to play in Galway. I would like to play in Dublin for sure. And we would take a kind of ride, probably playing in Howth. Is there a location? I would play in Howth as well, of course, just to make a cliff walk again.
Yeah.
So no, of course, honestly, we would like to come. And if there's any possibility and anybody over there at your place and location who would like to book us, feel free, contact us. We'll come over for sure. Yeah. We will really appreciate and love it.
Cool.
I was telling Nick yesterday. I was on tour with Sodom twice in Dublin because they were asking me out for giving a helping hand, and I was joining Sodom to play in Dublin, and of course we would appreciate to be in Dublin or in Ireland in general with Assassin, of course.
I read that you were the co-headliner for Anthrax at Teatro Capulican, Santiago de Chile.
Yep.
Yeah.
So how was it?
Well, I can't tell in words. It was so amazing. It was so amazing.
It's totally off the chain.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Freaked out. It was. For me, it was my first tour outside Germany. And the big one, of course. I mean, South America is a great place to be. Santiago de Chile is a great city. Wow. Although I have to say, I had the opportunity to visit Valparaiso for 2 days after our tour there, and all together it was a marvelous time. And the South American people are so grateful. They are so enthusiastic. They're so desireful. It was just, it was burning. It was just burning. We hit the stage, and everything just freaked out and went mad. There was a circle pit from the first song till the very end of the show. And if you go on YouTube and other portals from the internet, you can find handy video clips from people inside of the mosh pit, jumping around and cruising and circling inside of the mosh pit during our show. and it was totally off the chain. It was really, really cool.
Yeah, it's this for me it was the second time that I played in Santiago. So I played the first time in 2011 or 12. I can't remember. And yeah, it's playing in Chile is like how can I say, king for a day, loser for a lifetime. You know, when we played Chile, after the show, we went back to the airport, and we checked in for the flight back to Germany, and I was checking in, and the officer was checking my passport, looking at it, looking at me, and asking, "You're the bass player of Assassin?" And I said, "Yes, I am." I said, "Welcome to the plane." That's it, you know.
Just as we arrived, we arrived at the airport, and there was a huge line to cross the border, to get into the country, and we were catched up from one manager over there. He said, "Yeah, I'm originally here for other musicians to catch them up from the airport, but aren't you the guys from Assassin? Just give me a hand and a help." And he put us through beside the lines, through all the custom borders and stuff. It took us 5 minutes, and we entered. We entered Chile, And it was no fucking problem at all. That was the first point. And
That's
Santiago de Chile. This show, especially for me, was kind of a highlight because we opened up for Anthrax. Anthrax was my first big band I ever saw live in 1989 on their State of Euphoria tour with Suicidal Tendency supporting, and I was 13 years old to that time. And if you would have say me to that time, hey, in 25 years you're gonna share the stage or you're gonna support that band in South America, I would just say, come on, you can fuck anybody else, It was just kind of a dream had come true. It was really cool. And I would like to use that opportunity just right now in case they are watching. Hueso, Adolfo, Caroca, you guys from Chile are really fucking hell. You are really, really cool. Thank you fucking hell a lot for everything you did for us over there, for all the great time we had, and we will come back if you want to have us.
Conchitomare.
So we speak about gigs and concerts. Have you ever played to a big festival?
Yeah, of course, several. Which one was the best?
Bang Your Head was the last big we were gonna open, right?
Yeah, the last one we did was Bang Your Head back in
2017, I guess, 3 years ago.
Yeah, 2017 or 2018, I can't remember. Yeah. We played that festival, and we played several things. We played Wacken twice. We played the Bang Your Head festival. We played
Fall of Summer in France. This was my premiere on the live sector with Assassin. It was my first show with the guys. It was also a big festival in the near of Paris in France.
Have you played to 70,000 tons of metal?
Unfortunately, up till now, not. So we really would appreciate. So if there is anybody around from the crew over there and listen to it, and probably we would like to be part of it.
I was joining. I was asked by Sodom to join them to play that. No, I didn't play that show. I was a guitar technician when Sodom was playing this 70,000 tons of metal, and was joining the band for a guitar technician, and I remember. Yeah. We were entering the boat. We were getting to the boat and to the ship. And was the first day. At the end of the day, after we were checking in, we were watching the show from Doro Pesh,
Okay.
Yeah,
Dog, very good.
yeah. She
Warlock.
was playing.
Former Warlock
She,
singer,
yeah, of course.
German icon.
Favorite. Ag's favorite.
Yeah,
Very nice.
very nice. Very nice. I love that girl. I
Yeah,
love her.
she's
She's very nice.
from my hometown here, Düsseldorf.
Yeah, she's from the
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, and we were watching the show, and yeah, I was sitting beside Tom Angel Ripper,
Mhm.
and he was asking me, "Hey, how you like it?" And I was, yeah, okay, and he was turning to me and telling me, "Yeah, very decadent, isn't it?" And I said, "Yeah, you name it."
So
And that's it.
very decadent.
And he,
But
and
we
yeah,
like
he
it.
named it one. He named it at once what it is. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a lot of fat middle class people on the boat having a good time with metal and drinking and eating all the time and taking their fat white bodies to the sun. You know,
I mean,
that's what it is.
It's cruise, right?
Nick, I have to be honest. You know, this is not rock and roll. This is not rock and roll. This is some kind of middle class society thing. Some people that are earning much money and they were listening to metal back in the days when they were young, and now they have the money to afford something, and they go into a boat having a good time and listening to some metal bands that they can be close to. You know,
But to be honest,
But
I
this
would
is
like
not-
to have part of it. You know, at least to experience that one time.
really,
The only thing that bothers me, to be honest, is more the kind of environmental aspect of the thing. And I mean, to be honest, taking a big boat just like that for a cruise is an environmental sin.
Yeah.
So an environmental upfuck, you know. to be true, it is just like that. I would really appreciate to take a part of it because I'm a decadent rock and roll motherfucker who wants to hang around, have a good time, take a swim, make a play, have a smoke, have a drink. Yeah, but on the other hand, it's not that correct.
To a question and something closer to our home. Brian Aroni is asking, does Assassin have any favorite Irish metal band?
You're free to answer first. I have a clear answer. I know what I want to say.
Okay.
I think I know.
No.
I think I know.
I'm Irish. I don't know any Irish metal band. I have to admit.
I would like to dare to say, even if they're, to be honest, it's not a real metal band, but they inspired 98% of every metal band on this fucking planet. Thin Lizzy.
Yeah,
Thin Lizzy are, yeah.
As you can see,
Thin Lizzy are just, for me, it's one of the best bands ever.
Yeah.
They also, I know I will get beaten up for that statement, but to be honest, I mean, they're bigger for me. They're bigger than the Beatles and everything. This is one of the biggest bands I know.
yes. As you
Because
can see,
everything is just, you know, it's so much on point. In my opinion, there's nothing better. But you asked for an Irish metal band, and yeah, there is one Irish metal band which really impressed me the last couple of years. That's Primordial. Primordial is a fucking cool band. Alan is a nice guy, and also a guy with a clear vision what he's about to do, and I'm very impressed of the development of Primordial. They started as a kind of a black metal band, and they're even so much more now.
Yeah.
With that, what they're making just right
a bit
now.
atmospheric, a bit.
I really like that.
Mhm.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love so many Irish bands. You know, like Rory Gallagher. He's such a great
Yeah.
guy. So inspiring. You know, I even like Gary Moore. And
Of course.
yeah, you do too, Nick.
Yeah, Gary Moore, Thin Lizzy. As you can see here on Brian Rooney, the profile picture is the Thin Lizzy status.
I have to take my glasses because I'm falling over.
Really?
Yeah, one man.
I've been there.
Yeah,
And of
Phil
course,
Lynott.
like
Phil
every
Lynott.
other tourist, I had to make my picture with
Of
them.
course. You know, when I was in Dublin the first time, we went to the venue where
Bruxelles.
Izzy got huge, and there in the front of the venue there's this statue of Phil Lynott with his bass.
Bruxelles, called Bruxelles.
Yeah, and Berneman and me, the foreign guitar player from Sodom.
My mate with bondage just right now.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We are so close friends, you know. And Berneman is a really cool guy. I love this guy, really. I love him. And we're standing in front of the statue of Phil Lynott, and we're sticking a plectrum, a pick guitar pick on the bass of Phil Lynott, of course, you know, like everybody does, of course, just to appreciate. You know,
originally, I mean, come on, how are you that is out here?
Just to appreciate, you know, and.
I used to DJ in this venue, Bruxelles, down there.
Yeah. My last time I made it over to Dublin and to Ireland, I also tried to of course, I visited the statue, and there had been a kind of an exhibition about Thin Lizzy a couple of years ago for some premiere, I don't know, 40 celebration of
Every year there is something. Every year
birthday from Phil Lynott or something. And
I
didn't know to that time. I didn't know it was a couple of years ago before the time when I went there and tried to find that exhibition. And of course didn't manage because it was 2 or 3 years ago happening. But I found in a small shop with the art prints from Jim Fitzpatrick. Jim Fitzpatrick is the cover artist for Thin Lizzy. He was a good friend from of Phil Lynott, and to be honest, I contacted him to get some of the art prints, and got in contact with him and wrote, and also was that crazy. I was asking him for if he could imagine to probably do some more cover artworks, just like for another small thrash metal band, just like Assassin, and he did respond positive. The only problem was our record company didn't have the budget, you know, to at least finance. You know, we're a small thrash metal band with a small budget, so how could we afford it? But I still want to rest and remain and leave the dream. Maybe one day Jim Fitzpatrick will make an artwork for Assassin. Who knows? We're working on it. Jim, feel free to make us a good offer, please.
Yes.
Good stuff.
He's a great guy, and give props over to him, especially as well. He's if there's anybody who's able to support him, please do so. He's still doing art. He's still doing kind of a pictures, not everything related to Thin Lizzy in any case, but also to this folk things and to the stuff he created before. Check that out. It's really cool. He also brought out some stamps, as far as I already got. You can get official stamps at the post office with Thin Lizzy motifs on it, right?
Yes.
Cool.
I know.
We have to order some though.
I had the chance a few times to meet his mother, Philomena.
Okay, cool.
But she left.
You know, I was kind of that jackass. I mean, like just I told you before, I've been to Howth when I was the last time in Ireland, and didn't realize where I was. I made the cliff walk with my girl, you know, and then returned back, and we got into a restaurant. And one day later, I realized, hey man, you could have visited his burial place, you know, cemetery. And to that time, Philomena was still alive.
Yes.
And as far as I was reported, it was common that she visited her son every day at the grave. And if you had the opportunity and the fortune to meet her up there, she was that kind of a nice person. She
Take you to the home.
invited fans to her place to show all his old stuff and have a little talk and a cup of tea or whatever. And yeah, I was the fucking jackass who missed it, you know, because I didn't realize where I was. So
Yeah, a friend of mine from Greece came here and he went to her place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have appreciated to have the same chance, but just like I said before, just
Next time.
Next
Next time.
Next time it would be hard because she's not around anymore. But
Yes.
this is great for sure.
But next time maybe. So
cool stuff. So these were all the questions for tonight. So I'm giving the word to Assassin, Joachim, and Ingo for final words, if they have any.
Do we have any final words?
It's the final countdown.
We really would appreciate to come over to your place and play a couple of shows over there. I really like your country and like your people over there. You're a cool-minded stuff of guys. And thank you very much for hanging around with us for that couple of hours here. Thank you very much for D-Metal Galaxy for having us here and inviting us and giving us the opportunity to present and promote our last album at least. By the way, Bestia Immundis, check that out. It's still on. It's still good. Thrash metal album from Germany. Check that out, please. And yeah, thanks for having us and stay safe. Take that COVID serious. Stay safe. Be careful with everything, with your family, with your people. Take care for you and stay safe. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for coming to our company.
Exactly. Joachim, do you want something to add to Ingo?
Of course. So if I had to add something, okay, we were talking about a lot of things, and the main thing is to keep the spirit of rock and roll. Just try to keep it. You know, we are struggling in hard times nowadays, and we're not able to play live at the moment. But as long as we keep the spirit of rock and roll, we can make something out of it, and that's
keep
the main
supporting.
thing.
You know, keep supporting each other.
Yeah.
Keep supporting your underground. Keep supporting channeling stream channels just like the D-Metal Galaxy just right now, or every people who's in the underground, you know, who's trying to get it on. There are so many bands, so many people who are also supported, just not musicians or playing people. Also, all the stuff, you know, from the crew, all the stuff from the roadies and the organizers and stuff. Keep on hanging, stay strong, stay safe, take care of yourself. We're gonna make that. We're gonna be there, and we're gonna do it.
Exactly. So we would love to see Assassin live here in Dublin. But for the moment, we want to thank you for joining us. We want to thank the viewers for the participation, sharing the event, and spreading the metal. And if you like the interview, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Facebook and Instagram for more news and awesome stuff from the Metal Galaxy. And we will also provide some links for Assassin so you can support them personally. So bye everyone.
Thanks, guys. Thank you.
Stay safe.